Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, many, many congratulations, Ankush. We are celebrating two very important milestones for you. Of
Thank
course,
you.
your wedding and the launch of your first book, The Eternal Gene. So, of course, my first question is, how does it feel to have your debut copy, holding it and releasing it on such a special day?
It's a very emotional moment right now. Book has always been an inspiration for me, be it the ones lying in my library, the ones my grandfather used to write. Books, be it romance, be it science fiction, be it, you know, any genre there is. I was always fascinated by a book and the length of the book and whether I can gulp it up in 10 days or 5 days or even 24 hours. Seeing my own name on the book cover is, I'm seriously lost of words right now. But I'm going to pinch myself because finally I'm an author. I've been dreaming about this for last 20 years and finally I am one.
So, Ankush, my next question to you is, of course, it takes a lot. There are a lot of people who write, but it takes a lot to actually publish a book and get it out there for the public to read it. So, who has motivated you on this journey? Who's motivated you to write and actually get your book published?
First of all, I must name those authors who have been, motivator, silent motivators for me. Be it Stephen King, be it Dan Brown, John le Carre, to name a few. I cannot thank these authors enough. Some of them aren't even alive, but their words are still echoing. Apart from that, my family, my father, of course, but I think I'll give more credit to my mother because she was an old Mills and Boons fan. She would indulge in romances, and she always motivated me to write, to read first, and she said, write a plot or something. Make sure that I mean, science and maths. It's good that you do, but you need to do something for your soul. So that's why I started. Also, while growing up, loneliness plays a big role. You don't have a lot of friends. You're awkward. Sometimes you're bullied, and books are the only, I must say, uh, people in your life who you can trust. You can carry them along anywhere. You can read them anytime. There is no fuss about it. They don't throw tantrums. They don't expect anything from you. So that's why I think my own circumstances also have a huge role to play to write this book after my mother. And then, while I was writing, I must give the credit to Mahima, who had the patience to, listen to all those crazy ideas and concepts. And I thank her very much to not think that her fiance is, you know, um, a mix of multiple characters, in short, a crazy man.
That's a very, thank you, Mahima, from Ankush as well for this lovely gesture that she's, of course, she's motivated you a lot through this. So, as an author, I'm sure you've gone through multiple drafts, multiple revisions while writing this book. How do you feel you have evolved as an author or a writer?
While I was initially when I started writing, I thought that it's a one-man job. I just have to write and suddenly it'll, go out from my cupboard to rest of the world. Somebody's going to find it and there's no need to edit it because I write perfectly. So that's what I used to think earlier. But now I do understand that it's a collaborative process. You just can't write and expect, expect that it goes to people and it finds its audience. No, you need people behind you, people who can package your product, make it finer from the rawest form that it was found, and yeah, make it into a book, find a great cover, edit it multiple times. I don't know, it has been edited 12, 15 times, many times by me and many times by my editor Shalini and Mini. These I mean, frankly, there are so many women behind this effort that I just know that there are fewer men who have brought this book to the table. It's the women behind this valiant effort.
Fantastic. So, Ankush, who were the first few people who read your manuscript and your book, and how did their feedback impact the final outcome?
I must tell you that Mahima is the first reader. She read it, and my first question was, is the suspense landing? Not asking about characters, the arcs, the story, the plot points, no. But she was the first reader. She's not an avid reader, but she read it for me painfully, those 30, 40, 50, which turned out to be 180 and then 250 pages. After that, I think I must give credit to Mr. Partho, who saw these initial scribblings and thought that this could be converted into something entertaining. Um, the new he told me that these are new and fresh concepts, and that people would like to, people would like to, read it, gulp it, and maybe who knows. He once told me that it could be a bestseller. So. I mean, these kind of encouragement at an early stage really, make it. It creates wonders for a new person who's stepping into a new territory. And then I went to Canada, and then from there, I think the third person who has read it multiple times is Minnie. She conducting, those video calls, long distance video calls. The time difference is a lot, but still she managed. And I think she's the third person who has read it and enhanced the inner quality of the book.
So, Ankush, do you view writing as spiritual or therapeutic in many ways?
Yes, it is actually. It is. I mean, you go to office, you work, you prepare for competitive examinations. Everything is good. You do it for the society. But I think you need to do something for your soul. Something that that satisfies your imagination. Um, this book is collection of all those thoughts that I used to think, and I used to get excited about these concepts, these people, these characters, and yeah, I think I had a more balanced approach towards life when I'm writing. And now that this book has come out, I see life in a very different way. I see life in a matured version, if I must say, and I definitely have evolved like the characters in my book.
It's a wonderful thing, and I think many authors go through this journey, and I'm very glad that you've spelled it out for us. So, my next question is, what would you want your readers to take away from the Eternal Gene?
That's a tough one, but I think for my readers, I expect them to give science fiction a chance, just like they do. They give chances to science fiction in movies. They see these films like Transformers, Avengers, Star Wars. They must also give that kind of attention to print as well, because books are not uh, just non-fiction biographies or romance, which are bestseller. Books are actually, many of the great films that people see, they have been adapted from the books that didn't do well, and then those films became blockbusters. So I think people need to give these books a chance, because uh, they they don't know when the book that they think is of a genre that they don't like goes on to become a film which becomes their favorite film of the year.
Absolutely, very well said. And just to wrap it up, what is next for Ankush, the author?
Next is definitely a story that is not so short, a story that has a character who goes from first to last page of the book. Of course, I love writing the shorter versions. I love creating the stories that last for 2 or 3 months. But for the first time in my life, it has happened that there's one story that has lived with me for 1 year, and I'm finally managing to, write it in a manner that takes my attention away from shorter version. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Brilliant. So we really hope this becomes a bestseller.
Thank you so
And
much.
we're definitely looking forward to your next book as well. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for being with us through this conversation.
Thank you so much.